What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Simba Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, we are at now week 10, everybody. Week 10, and our team currently sits at 7-2. Hopefully, we can be 8-2 this week, going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, I said it. We are going against the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We are going against a top-notch, division, conference of football with the Steelers. We played the Ravens earlier. We had the Bengals. We played the Browns. This is the last Mohico of the group. And we can finally be done with this division of football. I'm excited, but before we get into everything, man, make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. Also hit a like and also drop a comment, man. Tell me how y'all think going into this game. How do we stand up against the Steelers, who we know got a top-notch defense? Who's been playing pretty good football with Russell Wilson back at the QB1 position, and that's not taking nothing from Justin Fields. But before we get into all that, man, y'all make sure y'all, again, subscribe, like, and comment. Again, I'm on this grind, creating content for the team that I love in the NFL for NFL football. So, hey, man, let's go ahead and get right into it. And let's go ahead and, hey, man, y'all already know these uniforms for this week. We're going burgundy on burgundy, man. Burgundy on burgundy. I kind of like the combination. Burgundy jersey, burgundy pants, burgundy socks. They threw my man Tressway up there for the looksies. And hey, man, I like the look. I like the uniforms. I like the team name. Yes, I have adapted the team name. I know there's still some Washington Redskin fans out there, and they are still pushing to get the old name back. But the old name came with so many old problems, mixed with some great moments in history. I'm not taking none of that away from my team, but right now we rocking with the Commanders. I'm rocking with the Commanders, and as long as we keep winning, I'll be the whatever. I don't care what our name is. We can be the booty scratchers. I don't care, man. I as long as we winning. The name comes with W's. You know what I'm saying? You inherit the name, you inherit the team and the logo and all that when you start winning games. And we are winning games right now, so I'm gonna continue to ride this wave with the team name. And if we choose to change it, hey, so be it. We're gonna be whatever the new name is. But for right now, man, this is the jerseys that we are rocking for this week as we take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1 p.m. on Sunday. And man, before we get into like my take on the game, we also got to give major shouts out to our motherfucking QB, Jaden Daniels, on bringing home another Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the Week. If I'm not mistaken, that may be number 8 or 9. Well, let's see. He got week 1, 2. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 Rookie of the Weeks. I saw RG3, man. Major shout out to our old QB. You know what I'm saying? I heard him say, man, y'all might as well go ahead and change that thing to the Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Week award. You know what I'm saying? Because he's stacking them motherfuckers up like Tom Brady with Super Bowls. And I hope that we can turn these Rookie of the Weeks into Super Bowl because, hey, man, I don't think y'all want to see me if we actually win a Super Bowl in the near future. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. But, yeah, man, let's be excited. Let's get into some of the injuries, man, for this week. We got hit with some major news alerts today by Dan Quinn that one, we were losing running back again for another week. Brian Robinson is still out for another week with a hamstring. So we won't have him against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We knew that we kind of needed him against the Giants, but we was able to prevail that with our running back by committee, led by Austin Eckler. We had McNichols in there and Rodriguez, who, man, made a shout out to you, man, for having a true team moment, you know what I'm saying, and going on and passing on that number 23 to our newly acquired cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore. Y'all saw my video on that, man. If you didn't, man, go check that out. That's in the archives right there for you to go and view. But yeah, man, he passed that number on, and he's now wearing number 36. So made a shout out to Rodriguez, and he had a good game against the Giants. He actually led us in rushing yards, and he kind of came in and became that downhill runner that we know Brian Robinson to be. I think we heard Brian Robinson say last week or this week, earlier this week, that, hey, man, I want to play, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to push myself and make me, make myself look, hurt myself further down the line. So, again, major shout out to Brian Robinson, man. Hope you get back healthy. And we're going to need you more for good old Philadelphia come week 12. I mean, week 11. And that's a Thursday night game. So we got a short week. We get right back out there. We only gonna have 3 days of practice, and then we gonna be going live against another division rival in the Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, we here talking about the good old Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that being said, looking at the report, man, we got a lot of injuries, man. As you know, man, as we get to week 10 and you get later in those weeks and you ain't had a bye, them injuries start to stack up, man. That list start to get a little long. So, not major shout out, but hopefully we can get some guys back healthy. We had some limited guys all week, and some guys that's questionable, like including our kicker, Marshawn Lattimore, who I ain't gonna lie, I wanted him, the fanism in me, wanted my guy to come out there and play this week, just to get his feet wet. You get what I'm saying? Get his feet wet. But Joe Witt kind of, set the record on that, and I kind of, I support all things, what our coaching staff decide to do. I trust everybody, and like he said, man, you want him to play, but then you also got to realize that, man, the defenses in the NFL don't really change. It's just the verbiage. Cover three is cover three. Cover three match is the exact same thing. Cover two and man, those like the calls don't get. You don't run too much different things now. Your zero blitzes and all that kind of stuff. You just got to know the terminology. But the game is the game. Defense is defense, and he's a savvy veteran. And I kind of wanted him to get some, one or two, three reps, get his feet back wet, so that when he do go up against the Eagles, who we really want to need them for. And I'm not saying that this game don't matter. This game does very well matter. Us being 7-2 and potentially going 8-2, playing against those guys. That kind of separates the win-loss column for us. Going against the Eagles. But then also you want him to be healthy, and you don't want him to come out there and re-injure himself. So Marshawn Lattimore is out for this week. Hopefully we can see him on Thursday against the Eagles. Cornelius Lucas is out again. The ankle injury must not been too good. Must been a little worse than we thought. So he's going to be out for another week. And again, get healthy. Get healthy. We got to bye late in the week, man. And so, again, like I said, this laundry list of injuries, man, you don't want to see it, but you want to truly believe in next man up mentality, man. Whoever's next up on the roster spot, hopefully they can step in. Like we saw Cornelius Lucas and Brandon Coleman spend a lot of time alternating, right? But now you can say that, hey, the game that Brandon Coleman had last week, he took all the snaps and he looked great. He looked like he was a seasoned vet going up against Brian Burns and company, against the New York Giants. Hey, he played a phenomenal football game. So, you got to give him shouts out to that. Who else do we got? Brian Robinson that we just talked about, hamstring. Our kicker, Austin, our kicker. See, look, I said it. I finally accepted our kicker. So our kicker, Austin, man, he's battling a right hip injury. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? How you hurt your right hip? Like, did you fall? Like, what happened? How you hurt your right hip, son? But at the end of the day, he was limited. I think we brought in one of the kickers from the kicker for the DC Defenders to try out. And I guess we're gonna have him as a reserve just in case we need somebody just in case Austin not willing to go. But like I told y'all, man, kicking is a major essential point when you have a rookie QB, and when you can't sustain drives and you might fizzle out a little bit, or you have those costly penalties. You need to have those 3 points as like, hey, we know we're making them. And Austin has been that guy for us, this week. I mean, for the last couple of weeks since he's been a part of the team. And he's put up major points for us. So that'll be a big hurt if we don't have him going into this Sunday's game. Andrew Wiley, who's been playing great, has a shoulder injury. He was limited, now he's questionable, right? So Austin and Andrew Wiley, if I had to bet my money on it, I think both of those guys would be a go. Dorance Armstrong dealing with another injury. There's no game status on him, so he'll probably go up to the game time decision. They'll probably work him out Sunday morning and see what he can do. Pharrell, dealing with a knee injury, did not practice, limited. Tyler Biadasz, like these are major guys that we actually need playing, man. Biadasz but he had 2 full practices, so he'll be a go. Dante Fowler had a full practice today, so he'll probably be a go. And that's been our best pass rusher the last couple of games. Leading our team with 6.5, right? So you kind of want to have your best pass rusher going against. I mean, I'm not saying that they are top-notch offense, but, you want to be able to put pressure on Russell Wilson, because we know he don't do well under pressure. And if you can put pressure on him, and which I think we will, You want to have your best guys being able to do that. But I trust whoever we got going against him this coming Sunday. Noah Iganagabi, he was full. He had a thumb injury. But yeah, you see what the week did for those guys, man. Those guys got a short laundry list of injuries, man, and then they getting Cordell Patterson back. Justin Fields, even though he's not playing, like they only got two guys that's out right now. So hey man, that's a tough pill to swallow. But injuries are a part of the game, and we cannot dwell on that. And what I'm saying, just let that be a reason why we don't go out here and win this week, which I think that we do. I really think that this is going to be a close game. I really think it probably come down to the last possession. I don't see either team running away with this with a victory. With a landslide victory or a loss. I don't see that. Because both teams have been playing some good football. And I told my buddy earlier today that if you really think about it, we kind of equal up to one another. Our offense is equal to their defense, and our defense is probably as equal to their offense. So it's gonna be a true chess match. But let's go ahead and get right into it, man. I'm gonna start off with the offense and what I expect from our team. I expect us to continue to run the ball effectively as we did. Without Brian Robinson, I think we're still going to utilize those three guys, Austin Eckler. You're going to see a lot of Austin Eckler, McNichols sets, and then you're going to see a lot of Rodriguez by himself, because he's proven that he can be an in-between, the tackle type of runner, right? So we going to see the play action is still going to be the play action. Cliff is going to continue to run the RPO. I think it's safe to say now that Jaden Daniels is no longer, because we don't even see his name on the injury report, hurt. So that rib injury that he had is gone now. He's back to fully being himself, but you still want him to be smart as much as possible. But I don't have no reserves or no hesitations with him. So again, I think our offense is going to be still the same, but we are going up against a top nose, defense, man. Another top nose defense. We have went up to top nose defense in previous weeks, and we shown that what we can do on the offense side. So I continue. I would like to say I continue to see that going on, right? Us moving the ball down the field, but just capitalizing, continue to score points, and not getting down in the red zone, which we know they probably been, but don't break type of defense. But they also getting people off the field on third downs. But I expect us to continue to move the ball down the field and continue to score. We threw a back shoulder fade to Terry McLaurin, and then we had a little rub route going on to Terry McLaurin, and he scored twice. Noah Brown has been playing phenomenal football as a number two to Terry McLaurin. Our running backs being able to chip, they're gonna have to do that again. Those chips that you seen week 9 against the Giants, Austin Eckler before he leak out of the backfield, chipping T.J. Watt, Highsmith. That's going to be the exact same thing we got to do again this week. Those guys are not going to just be going one on one. They're going to have moments where they go one on one with our tackles, but then again, they're going to be getting chipped a lot, and I like that. That's called recognizing what the opposite team has and their defense, and that's giving respect to their defense too. Because that's not saying that your out tackles can't block them one on one, but hey man, these dudes cause havoc, wreak havoc. Like they are game changer type of. T.J. Watt is a game changing type of pass rusher. You can't sit here be a Commanders fan and be that biased about it. We're gonna keep it real on this channel. I keep it real. Me being a football mindset type of guy, I'm gonna keep it real about the team that we went up against. I'm gonna give them the credit that they are due. And T.J. Watt is a fucking game changer. We know that. Highsmith is a great compliment to T.J. Watt, because just as much as you put so much emphasis and so much resources over there to the right side, he can come over here and wreck a game on the left side too with Highsmith. And then they got good DBs. They play a lot of man coverage because of the pass rush that they allowed to get. So our receivers and tight ends got to and running backs got to do the best job that they can in beating those one-on-one routes. And JD got to be JD, continue to be who he is, and he has shown that. All the last couple of weeks, he's shown that he can be accurate with the ball. We know the whole big, can he throw inside the numbers? Can he throw the deep ball? I know those questions are no longer being asked, because guess what? He's proven himself. And that leads me to our defense going against their offense, who hasn't dropped a beat, even with Russell Wilson coming back, and they rely more on their running game. Najee Harris, I forgot his first name, but the last name Warren, the backup, the running back. Now they have Mike Williams. We don't know if he's playing or not. I haven't seen any reports if he's going to play or not. But they got somebody to compliment George Pickens. I know George Pickens because guess what? I watched him play in college every Saturday. I know what he can do. I know what my man can do on the field. So Benjamin St. Juice, Mike Sanders still, who we probably see on the outside again with Noah working in the slot. We're going to see these guys having to going to have a tough task of going against George Pickens and Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams can still do it. I wish we would have traded him. I think we could have got him for like a fifth or a sixth. I would love to have him going with that big body receiver, but hey, it's all good. Go ahead and mark my words, man. T. Higgins or Jamar Chase to the Commanders next at the end of the season and free agency. Whichever one they don't pay, they coming on home. I'm just calling it right now. Y'all can go ahead, mark this very moment. Whoever the Bengals don't sign, Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, welcome to the mob. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him. I'm just being honest, y'all. That's who's gonna be our number two. And if we get Jamar Chase, he's gonna be our number one. But again, going against their offense, I like our defense because even though we played bad against the run last week, we still was able to get stops. We still was able to get third downs, get them to fourth down and getting them off the field, holding them to field goals. We do have to do a little bit better of protecting those seam routes because guess what? Our linebackers are going to be playing a little bit closer up to the line trying to stop that run. Russell Wilson, if he has any say-so, he's going to want to run that ball. He's going to run that ball like they did against the Giants. So he's going to want to run the ball again this week, right? So we got to keep guys up up in the box, and we got to be better at tackling, man. This three-gap technique that we see from Joe Witt when he has Johnny Newton and Daron Payne lining up outside the guards and releasing and allowing that center to release to one of our linebackers who's been our best tacklers all season, and I'd rather them come down the hill and fill those gaps than to have them having to take on a full steam ahead center and having to fight off, and now you taking one of our best tacklers out the game. You get what I'm saying? So I would like to see more of a nose tackle over top of their O-lineman, over top of their center, and just let our linebackers be great like they have been prior weeks. And I don't mind you switching it up, but what the Giants was doing to us, gashing us down the middle of the field, I don't like that. I don't like it. He got to know how to switch that up, put Fadarius Mathis, who's been playing good nose tackle football. He been playing good. Let Johnny Newton play on the outside. Let him play outside that guard. Let him fill that Jonathan Allen role. You know what I'm saying? But I just want us to do a little bit better at filling those gaps. I think we will do that this week, and we got to stop the play action. That's Russell Wilson, ace of spade, man, being able to run play action. But if you stop the run, you don't get hit with too many deep play action passes that they've been able to be successful with in past weeks. I don't know the score prediction to this game because at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a close game. If I had to give it a score, again, I think we still be in the 20s. I don't think we cross over 25. So I'm going to say 24, 20, no, I'm going to say 27, 20, 20, 27, 23. I got us winning 27-23, less than a touchdown. Just because, man, I still think that our offense can the Giants was able to move the ball against those guys. I think that we can too. The way our offense looks, which is way better than the Giants offense. But I can't underestimate Mike Tomlin, man. He's known to, dial up some good stuff against rookie QBs. But then also I can't take nothing away from us because every time they came into our house the last couple of years, we didn't beat them. We beat them when they was 11-0. You know what I'm saying? We gave them their first L. So again, y'all, hey man, I think we come out victorious. I think we come out 8-2. I just want us to get healthy because we got a big game after that in a short week. So also, I want to do a quick show, man. I'm pretty sure y'all done saw this already. And this is my new logo, man. I got different variations of it, different colors. Shout out to my man Cameron Designs, man, for cooking up this new, logo for me. And I'm gonna close my camera real quick just so y'all can just see it. There you go. That's the new logo, man, and y'all can't see it all the way, but guess what? Y'all will see this in my new YouTube handle. He's also working on the banner, and probably next week, as we go up into the Eagles, y'all will see a new overlay. So I can continue to boost up my channel, man, the looks, the previews, and all that kind of stuff, man. So I've been whipping it up, cooking it up. Made a shout out to Cam for whipping up the design, man. And hey, look. let's go out and show out, you know what I'm saying, why we should not be a team that should be taken lightly, man. So, hey, major shout out to all the Commander fans that's going to the game this Sunday. Y'all make sure y'all scream loud. Your boy is going to be here watching the game on this good old 70-inch TV that's over there, and cheering. I want to do live reactions again, man, but I gotta continue to grow. I gotta continue to grow and get viewership and make sure I have people to interact with. Um, so that y'all can see how I truly act at watching the game. Not saying that there's nothing spectacular, but yeah, man, it get real when I'm over here. So with that being said, man, I catch y'all on the next one. Be easy, go Commanders, baby.